Hello and welcome to Laurindalandia. Today I'm going to do a reading about how you silently change people's life. You can choose your pile by following your intuition. It can be the pile that you are the most visually attracted to, or you can even ask in your mind, what is a pile for me? I do a personal readings, they are super affordable, and then my first link in the description. Hello, Paiwana. So I chose this card that says, I look for things for which I'm grateful for. How you silently change people's life is that you change their perspective about life and how to appreciate life. I think you teach people that nobody is a perfect life, nothing is perfect, but at the end of the day, you kind of choose to be happy with it or unhappy with it. I think you teach people how to appreciate life and how to live a life that they appreciate. Because there is here a vibe that maybe people before they met you, they felt that their life sucked, they had no power over their life. They just had to do a 9 to 5 that they didn't like to be able to pay their rent, to be able to survive, right? And they just have to live in this hamster wheel and that they have no power over their life and just is what it is. This is the mentality of people before they meet you. And I think when they meet you, I think you are a very empowered, perfect person. That again, it's not the life is perfect. It's not the life was completely easy for you or things were ended to you. No, you had to work hard for your happiness and you have to work hard. You have to work hard for a life that you enjoy and you feel fulfilled by, right? Nothing is perfect. Your life also has very hard aspects. But the thing is, I think you make decisions for you to live a life that you like and that you are happy by, and you make decisions for you to create a life that you feel fulfilled by, and you are grateful for the life that you have created. And again, it's not that nothing it's not that everything is perfect. There is your vibe also, for example, if you have to deal with jobs that were toxic or you didn't like to be in those certain jobs, you made the choices to change jobs because you were like, yes, I need this job to survive. But at the same time, I'm not going to be in a job that I completely dislike in a toxic environment just to survive. There are many different ways to make money, right? I can make money a different way. So you make choices that a lot of people are afraid to make, and you empower yourself in those choices to maybe change jobs or change your way to make money. This can also be with friends. Imagine that you were in a friend group, maybe like an old friend group that you have for many years, and you have outgrown each other and you feel like I'm not fulfilled anymore in this friend group, and maybe you have chose to break up friendships or break up from like old friend groups and dynamics because you're like, this doesn't fulfill me anymore and I rather maybe stay alone for a bit and maybe let go of this anchor that, yes, gives me comfort but it doesn't fulfill me anymore and it does not make me happy, and I rather make the scary but powerful choice to let go and to leave because that will allow me to create something better to myself. Like that will allow me to find better people, create better dynamics, find a better place, find a better job, right? And I think you show people that they have options. Yes, we don't have all the options, right? Life is limited. We cannot do everything that we want, right? There are a lot of limitations in life. There are a lot of difficult aspects in life. But I think you show people that you do have some control of your life. Is that everything? Is that easy? Is that perfect? But there are some things that you can choose. You still have a certain amount of free will. Again, doesn't mean it's easy, but you still can make powerful choices that will lead you to your happiness. And I think you do this by just living your life, really. It's not that you are preaching to people like, hey, you have choices. Is it easy? No. Is it perfect? No, no. But like, you have choices in life and you still have some wiggle room and you still have some free will that you can do a lot actually with your free will. Like, you can create really like an amazing life with little choices along, along, like across a long period of time. And I think you really show this to people. You don't say it. I don't think you even realize how much you impact people in this way. But people, by like watching you and seeing you move through the world, they realize, hey, I have my more power than I'm giving myself credit for. Again, nothing is easy. Things are hard. Yes, I have limited power, right? But with the limited power that I have, there is a lot of power in it. What I'm getting here is that this idea of in life, yes, we have limited choices, but actually those choices, not immediately, but in a butterfly effect type of situation, the limited choices that we have are actually quite powerful and can really change our life across a long period of time. They don't change our life immediately. This is like you being in a toxic work environment, you leaving that toxic work environment, and you find a better place, not perfect, but a place you find like to work, and then you meet someone that gives you that is into, I don't know, making music, and then you get yourself into music because you meet somebody at that job that is into music, and then you start like making beats or start DJing or something, and then like you start posting songs on like, I don't know, SoundCloud or Spotify, and then like after some years you start to get a lot of like traction and a lot of like audience and a lot of people listening to you, and then you have like gigs and you start making like or DJ sets or concerts, and then like you are famous like artists. This is what I mean. Like, this is like you made a choice to maybe leave a certain work environment to go to another work environment. And that choice at the moment, okay, it's big, of course, like when you are in it, it's very big, but you don't think that this is going to lead you to a big success in your life. And like these small choices actually lead you in a butterfly effect type vibe to like a lot of success. And for you and lead you for you to change your life completely without you even realizing. And I just gave the artist example, like the music example, because it's the one that came to my mind. So I bet some of you in this pile are into music or will be into music. But this is like, I'm also getting another example of some of you might have been like in a toxic friend group, and it was very hard for you to leave that friend group because you've been friends for many years, right? So you cut off this dynamic and you feel alone for a bit, and then you, I don't know, you go to a workshop or you go out and you meet a person, and that person leads you to meet another person, and then the other person that you met because of the other person leads you to meet like the love of your life. It's like brothers or sisters or friends with the love of your life, and you meet the love of your life because of that decision that you made to leave like a whole friend group and then to maybe sign up to a workshop or go to a bar one night or go to a karaoke one night just because, yes, right? And that will lead you like to meet the love of your life. This is the type of vibe that I'm getting. um, the vibe of, yes, we have limited choices, but actually the choices that we have in life are extremely powerful. And I think this butterfly effect is something that people have seen with you, is that in the moment you made a choice that maybe it was difficult for you, you didn't want to make it, but you're like, I cannot do this anymore, I cannot not stay in the comfortable, and you made the choice to take a risk, and that choice like changed your life a lot for the better. And people on like people start looking at their choices a different way instead of looking to their life like I'm completely powerless, I'm just trying to survive, there's nothing I can do. They start to like be more attuned and more aware of their free will and choices. How you silently change people's lives, pile number one. I think you are someone that is always winning. You are someone that is always up leveling, going to the next level. Your life just keeps getting better and better and better. And this is why you empower so many people, and people feel so empowered by your perspective of life, is because you made choices that at the time they probably were choices that they didn't want to make. Probably was choices of, I'm in a toxic relationship, I am in a toxic friend group, I'm in a toxic workplace, I don't want to make this choice, but I need to quit or I need to leave or I need to break up because it's the obvious for me. And like Those decisions that at the time are hard for you, of course, and at the time they are hard to make, you want to make, but like, you have to do it right. The limited choices that you had at the time that were not great keep leveling you up. You just keep on winning, leveling up. You just keep on getting better and better and better. That's why people are so influenced by you. And that's why people admire you so much, because they're like, oh my God, like this person made a choice that was not easy. At the time, it was not a great choice, but it was a choice that they had to make. And they just keep getting better and better and better. And I think you really empower people just to realize that you do have power and you do have choice. The choices are not perfect. Nothing is given to you. Life is not perfect. Life is not easy. But there is a lot of power on the little decisions that you make that become the big decisions in some butterfly effect situation. I recently changed people's lives for number one. Yeah, I think you really inspire them to live. Some of you might even like have left like cities or countries or move out of your hometown or something like that, right? And you honestly inspired, if this is the case, for the people that have left their city or hometown to move to another place, you really inspire people to do the same, because your life became better, even though at the time it was probably a scary decision, because you are leaving your comfortable, right? You are leaving what you know to step into something new that you don't know what it's going to look like. You don't know what you're going to do when you reach there, right? But your life has indeed become better, and people see this. And yeah, I think you inspire people to live what doesn't serve them any longer. I think you really inspire people to break up that toxic relationship, to let go of the toxic friends, to quit that toxic job. I think you really inspire people to leave behind what doesn't serve them anymore, because you have done that many times and it just works out for you. Again, it's not easy in the moment to make those choices. Those are hard choices to make, but it just keeps working out in your favor. And people are very inspired by that. People feel like for them to change their lives, they need to follow your footsteps. You are the blueprint to a lot of people. So they feel like, I think sometimes people even think in this situation, what pile one will do, like when they are in a tough situation or in a toxic dynamic or in a situation and a dynamic that they don't want to be and they know is not the healthiest for them, I think they try to embody you and be like, okay, if I was by one in this moment, what will I do next? And I think a lot of conclusions that they realize is to leave, to let go, to move on. How we silently change people's lives. Pile number one. I got a specific message. I think you also teach people that sometimes it's better to let go when there is not a lot of investments in it. I think you would really teach people that, imagine, it's like you starting a new job and you start to realize things are toxic. You're not liking this or that, or you're starting like a new relationship. You realize, okay, they're a bit like possessive or jealous, and maybe a lot of people stay in those dynamics and think, maybe this will improve or this will get better, or maybe I'm just exaggerating. Let's see how this plays out. I think a lot of people see the red flags at the beginning of a dynamic or a beginning of being in a new environment, right? But they're like, let's just see how this turns out, right? And the thing is, the more you stay in a place that doesn't serve you, the more time you have invested in it, the more energy you have invested in it. Like, it is one draining you. And then there is that psychological factor that the more investment you put into something, the harder it is for you to let go, because you feel like you have more to lose. I think you really teach people to be like, you see the red flags at the beginning, that's the truth. People show you who they are. Believe them. It's not going to get better. It's only going to get worse. Leave while you have not invested a lot of your time and energy into it. I know it's scary. I know it's scary to like, you just started something new and you need to start something new again. And that's very scary. but is a wiser investment to live in the first red flags, because you did not waste that much time. You did not waste that much energy. You can use that time and energy for something different and something better. And that's a wiser decision than to see the red flags and be like, ah, let's see how this plays out. Let's see how this is going to go. Because then you spend like years in a situation that is toxic for you, that you have seen the red flags from the beginning, where you're just going to be heartbroken and it's just going to lead you to disappointment. And when it reaches that point, you already like lost so many years. You lost so much energy, right? Like you were in this unhealthy situation for so long where you could have been like using that time and energy wiser in situations that were well healthier for you. Let me know down in the comments if you resonate with this message. If you like this video, give it a like. And if you like this content, subscribe. I do have personal readings. They are super affordable. And then my first link in the description. Bye, pile 1. Hello, pile 2. So it's just this card that says, no matter what I choose to believe or affirm, the universe is going to say yes. So I need to choose my words and thoughts in a positive way. How you silently change people's life is that you really teach them that manifestation is real. You teach them the power of thoughts, of words, and I think you actually made people believe in magic. I think you are someone that really believes in the power of thought, like what you believe you become. I'm getting that philosophical phrase. I don't know if it's Plato or Socrates, one of those. Uh, I think, therefore, I am. I think you are someone that has a lot of manifestation abilities through thoughts. I think you probably this pile is where probably you are like prophetic, you have a big intuition, probably like you have seen many times in your life that thoughts become your reality. Imagine it's like I think in times of your life you have predicted what is going to happen next. Like you had a thought of something happening, like someone calling you or someone texting you or something happening, and it like happens the next day. You know, that person calls you, that person texts you, or that event that you thought was going to happen, and it's something that just popped into your mind. So I think you are in that line that you don't know if you are predicting the future or you are creating the future. Maybe it's a bit of both, right? But I think you have noticed a pattern that what you think becomes. And maybe when you were younger, you had a lot of negative thoughts. And I think you have seen that all of those negative thoughts manifested. And I think at some point in your life, you started to shift your mind to a more positive perspective, and you have seen those thoughts also manifested. I think you are someone with I like manifestation power. Really intense. What you say, it becomes. What you think, it becomes. I think, yeah, you guys, I'm having a lot of pressure in my head. It's not a headache, but it's a lot of like my mind feels like powerful and very aware. Like, yeah, I think you guys are powerful manifestors just through thoughts. Also, imagination. If you are like a daydreamer and you live in imagination, that's a big way to manifest as well. I think also in the past, you said to people like, one day I'm going to do this. One day I'm going to travel. One day I'm going to start my own business. One day I'm going to start my clothing brand. One day I'm going to sing. One day I'm going to act. Like you said to people things that you're going to do, or that you were going to do. People did not believe you because what you were saying was very big, and people felt, no, that's impossible. Like a small town girl like you, or small town guy like you, coming from like, you're not a nepo baby, you feel me, coming from an unprivileged background. People like us don't live those dreams, right? Oh my god, I want to cry. Like pile 2, very emotional pile, always. Like every time, like I cry and it's always on pile 2. Um, yeah, I think people really doubted you when you said that you're going to do things, and you made that happen. And I think people are like shocked by this, and they are like, yeah, you make people believe in magic and manifestation. I think very skeptical, like people that are very, is it septic? It's not septic, skeptical. I think very skeptical people based on science and causation and facts and cause and effect people, right? Do not believe in manifestation, or did not believe in manifestation. Do not believe in the power of the mind. I think they really did not believe you at the beginning, but I think you made a lot that you said happen, and they started looking at you and looking like, oh, like they did do that. They did manifest that. I also think people have seen you predicting things, like you saying something and then happens, or like it's like you having a conversation with someone, and then like 20 minutes later, a random stranger on the street just like stalks, starts talking with you guys about the same topic that you were talking with that person. Like there is a lot of synchronicities in your life and like strange coincidence that keep happening in your life, and people at the beginning they don't believe you, but then after a long period of knowing you or seeing you succeed and seeing you all like the things that you said coming into fruition, people are like, oh, maybe they are right. Like I think you make non-believers believe. I think you really make a lot of people believe in manifestation that never believed in that, because you are living proof of manifestation. I think you are the proof in the pudding, like you are a living proof of this. And it's quite shocking for these people. I think you are almost a tower moment to many people. I think you defy their limitations of what is possible. I think you defy concepts that are inherent to them, concepts that are very, like, how to explain, the people that you change the life most are very skeptical science people, okay, that can be very negativists, like can be very negative, can be very like cause and effects, like my life is going to go this way because that's just how life works. I grew up in this environment, this is what I'm going to live. I'm going to have this 9 to 5 and I'm going to make this amount of money. That's it. Like there is nothing else for me, right? And it's impossible for me to live the life of my dreams, or it's impossible to have a grandiose life because just is what it is. That's reality, right? And I think you really defy this concept to many people. I think you made happen what you said you were going to happen, and people are like, whoa, maybe they are right. Maybe I think a lot of people in your past that don't have access to you anymore, they're like, I should have listened to them. I should ask more questions. I should ask how they manifest, how they do what they do. For the group of year, Pal 2, that you guys might do like witchcraft, manifestation, spell. Again, many people did not believe you until it came true. And I think a lot of people looking at you like you have powers. Like I think people are looking at you like, no, you have powers. Like you are gifted in some way. Yes, there is also a connection here with divinity. I think people, again, atheists, people that don't believe in God, people that don't believe in nothing of that, people that are very science based, right? Very skeptical. They didn't believe that a certain God or divinity or the universe, or they didn't believe that nothing was that was real. But you kind of made them believe, and you made them believe not by preaching. It's not that you are preaching them nothing. It's not that. It's your life. Like people feel like, yeah, people feel like you are magical because what you say it happens. What you think it happens. You predict the future. You create the future. They don't know anymore. You don't know as well if you are predicting the future, creating the future. But like people feel like you have this magic force of nature around you that everything you say it happens. Like if you say this is going to happen, and no matter how crazy or impossible it seems in the moment, it is going to happen. And people are quite shocked by this. And yeah, I think you change people's life because you make them believe in magic in a lot of ways and manifestation, and you make them believe in something bigger than them. People that are very like skeptical, scientific vibes. How you silently change people's lives. Spell number 2. Oh, okay, okay. Okay. I think also here, guys, I think you have built a lot of financial stability for yourself. I bet a lot of pile number 2, not all, but I think a big majority of people in this pile have come from maybe not so wealthy backgrounds. Probably as a kid, maybe you grew up poor or like lower middle class. Maybe you grew up with a little amount of resources. Maybe you grew up with not that much money. And I think this is like when you are younger, saying to people, one day I'm going to be rich. And people are like, no, you're not. Oh, you want to be rich. Oh, you're going to make that happen. And now you are rich. If you're not rich now, this is how people perceive you, by the way. If you don't feel like you are rich, I think pile 2, you know that you are way better financially than you were before, but you might not be yet where you want to be. But people see you as super rich, by the way. Like, people see you that you have a bunch of wealth and money, okay? Even if you don't have, this is how people perceive you, right? Especially people from the past. Because maybe you are better than you were before, maybe you are better than them. So they're like, if you're better than me, you are rich. Basically, this is the vibe. But I think you really learned how to be financially stable. And I think, again, for example, you as a kid might have said, no, one day I'm going to be a surgeon, or one day I'm going to be a scientist, or an engineer, or I'm going to be in tech. Like, one day I'm going to be this, and I'm going to have money. And people are like, no, that's crazy. You know, you're not. People like us living in the city, living how we live, living in this neighborhood, people like us don't go anywhere. And you made it happen. Like, I think you really also showed people that you can come from not as wealthy backgrounds and still build financial stability for yourself. Because I think these people in the past that grew up maybe in the same environment as you, that maybe grew up with the financial difficulties, lack of financial resources, lack of money, they're still stuck in that mindset. Like, they grew up in lack and they never left the lack mindset. And again, I think you did a lot of inner work on changing your perspective about money and about abundance, and realizing that money works for me, I don't work for money. You feel me? Realizing that abundance comes to you, money is not hard to obtain, money is a flow that is always coming towards you because you are wealthy, because you are deserving, because you are completely worth it. You feel me? I think you did a lot of work in your minds to change your perception about money through like methods of like, I'm worthy, or I am gold, so of course, like, my presence should be paid. You feel me? I think you did a lot of self concept and changing your self concept. Some of you might even done a lot of manifestation and a lot of like spells to get money. You feel me? And again, a lot of people do not believe. I think majority of people do not believe that this will work out, but it has worked out. Some of you might even like came into money in a like a strange, weird way. This is like you inheriting money from like a relative that you never knew and just falling through your lap. Or you getting like a big amount of money by like some random weird circumstance. Some of you in this pile. But I think you showed people that you can become rich by changing your mindset. That becoming rich is not just about hard work. Of course, it is hard work, right? But also an important aspect of it is the way you view money, is the way you view your self-worth, right? Is the way you view resources. And at the beginning, people are calling you crazy, but now, now they are like, well, let me take notes. Say that again, say that again, say what you do again. Sorry, like, sorry, I didn't believe you before, but like, I believe you now. Tell me your secret. I think people that did not believe you in the past, they are now like, tell me your secret. How did you change your life in that way? Tell me. How you silently change people's life? Number 2. Yeah, we have here the tower. Yeah. Yeah, you are a Tower Mormons to many people. You really defy everything that they have believed. You defy everything they have ever been told. You show them that, yeah, you defy everything they've been told, basically. Yeah, there is a lot about money here. I think you really change people's life, like their perspective with money and how to obtain money. I think you really show people's life that money is a big thing, okay, in this pile. I think you change people's lives because you show them that your lack mentality, the way you perceive money, okay, like the way you view money, it creates your money. So, for example, if you are someone that lives in lack mentality, imagine you don't enjoy life. You are always saving a lot of money. Again, saving money is necessary, right? But imagine you never allow yourself to enjoy life. You never allow yourself to have fun because you always have to save money and you cannot spend money on this, on that. You are going to a job that you don't like just to make money, right? Like you don't spend money on yourself because you feel like I cannot afford this, so I cannot do that. You never go on that trip because you are like, no, like I need the money, rah, rah. And you are someone that again, I think you are very responsible with your money. I think you save money. I think you are financially very mature with your money. You're not reckless, but you do use your money for pleasure, to enjoy life. I think a part of it, you go to savings, okay. Probably you guys here, like every month, you put something to the side for savings, but you also put something to the side for you to enjoy life. And I think again, you are balanced with this indulgence. Like you're not indulgent, but you do realize that a part of being rich is appreciating money that you have. Like a part of living in this rich mentality is to buy yourself the nice bag that you want. Maybe it's not to spend like $1,000 in design every month, but it's maybe to buy the bag that you really want from time to time, or maybe go take yourself out to dinner from time to time. Maybe go on that trip that you really like because you really enjoy. I think you have such a healthy relationship with money now. And again, you were someone that came from the same background as these people. You did not have this relationship with money. You lived in lack as them. You lived slaves to work, never like spending money on what you really like want and deserve, right? Just saving money. And the thing is, the very interesting thing is that it comes back to that concept that poor is expensive to be poor. For example, rich people will save more money because they are spending their money in like quality things than poor people that will eventually have to spend more money than the rich people because they are basically just buying cheap things. For example, poor people will buy fast fashion. Hey, I buy fast fashion, no shame, right? But it's like that fast fashion like will not last them long, and they will have to buy the pants that they bought from Zara like in 2 months because they are ripped, there is no quality, while rich people buy quality products that are more expensive but last them longer. I'm also getting a lot of things about health or cars. Like poor people have to take the way out, like the short quick fix, because they don't have the money to like invest in good quality things, which is normal, no shame. But that in turn will lead them to spend more across their lives than rich people because they will invest first in quality products, right? So this is the concept that I'm getting, is that even when you are poor and you are saying to yourself that I cannot buy this, I cannot do that, like you end up spending more money in other things. I think lack mentality is also like some sort of self indulgence, because you are limiting yourself so much. You are saying to yourself, I can do this, I can do that, I can buy this, I can buy that, because I cannot afford. And at some point you crack and you have a period of spending a lot of money because you've been so confined during so much time, and you've been so working hard, so doing such a long time, that one day like you have a night out and you spend like $500 on a night out because you're just like super stressed with work and you've been working so hard, blah, blah. That is a thing, it's like a boiling pot. I think what the universe is trying to tell me is that lack mentality is a boiling pot. That at the end of the day, you spend more money than if you would just let yourself enjoy from time to time, like having this balance of letting yourself enjoy, letting yourself eat the food that you want to eat from time to time, letting yourself buy the bag that you want to buy, letting yourself take care of yourself, go to a spa, go to a masseuse. That will make you actually spend less money than you were to completely restrict yourself, because at some point you will just explode and spend a lot because of being so limited for so long and limiting yourself for so long. So this is like kind of the dynamic that I'm being told, is that being poor is actually quite expensive. And again, when I say being poor, is more about the mentality, is more about lack mentality than the actual money. Because again, I think a lot of you here, hey, you guys, I think a lot of you, majority of you are financially stable, but these people are looking at you like you are rich. And you're like, hey, I'm financially stable. Like I have money to pay my rent. I have money to buy myself food. I can save some money, but I cannot just go there, spend money without thinking, right? You're not there yet. You know, you will be someday, but you're not there yet. But people look at you like you are rich because one, you are better. You're more financially stable than you were in the past. And more financially stable than them, so they think, oh, you are rich. But it's also your dynamic with money. Like you don't seem worried with money. If you want to go on a trip, you go on a trip. If you want to go out to dinner, you go out to dinner. Like you don't seem like you worry about money, or that you are like overly concerned or obsessed with money. So we really show people that being rich is more of a mindset than it is actually having the money. I think you realize that first you need to change your mindset, and then by changing your mindset, you change your reality. Let me know in the comments if you resonate with this message. If you like this video, give it a like, and if you like this content, subscribe. I do have personal readings, they are super affordable, and then my first link in the description. Bye, pal too. Hello, pal free. So you chose this card that says, a divine force guides me through every moment of my day. I know that no matter what happens, everything is perfect for me and for everyone involved. And it came in reverse. How you silently change people's lives is that you show them that you can change your own life. You can create your own life. Things don't need to just happen to you. You can actively choose through behaviors, actions, and thoughts to create your own life. I think you also like inspire a lot of people to think for themselves and be like, question the life that they are living. Imagine, I think you really change people's life because you show them that, do you really want this 9 to 5 in finances because you were told that's what you're supposed to do? Do you really want this marriage because you are told what that is what you're supposed to do? Do you really want these like kids and house in the suburbs and this life because you were told that is what you make it like will be up? And I think this is how it changed people's lives, is that you make them question and think, like you make people question, like, am I living this life because I wanted it or because I've been told that I wanted it? Is this really the life that I want to live, or this is a life that I think I want to live and I'm supposed to live, and this life is going to make me happy? I think you are a person that is super individual, and I think you are super unique and creative, and I think you live an unconventional life. I think your life is unique. I think people look at you, nobody has seen somebody like you. You live life in a very specific manner. Your routines are very unique. This is giving hippie lifestyle. This is giving trailer lifestyle, like caravan, like this is giving cabin in the woods lifestyle, like also organic, planting your own food. I think the way that you live life is extremely outside the norm and very unique. And you show people that there are other ways to live life. You show people that you can choose your life. And I'm getting a lot of play type of metaphors like Sims. I'm getting like choose your character or personalize your character or build your own house. I'm getting a lot of Sims imagery here of you can literally build your own life. Like you can build your house as you want it. You don't need to buy a pre-made house. You can dress your sim as you want it. You can change your sim as you want it. Like I'm getting a lot of playfulness, playing games, and a lot of choice and free will. I think the way you live life is very you, and you chose this life and you created this life and nobody told you to live this life, because I think the way that you live life is unconventional. And I think by you just living life, you show other people and you make them question, like, if I had choices in the world, which they do, how would I want to live life? Like, am I just living this life because I've been told? That's what I'm supposed to do. What do I really want to do? Also, I'm getting a lot of cosplaying and like medieval reenactment, like medieval fairs. I don't know if some of you in this pile like to, yeah, do like medieval reenactments. You know, the people that dress in medieval times and they go to like a park or a forest and they pretend they are at war or living in medieval times. Is what I'm getting. I think, or you are this person, or they someone that is inspired by you, that they're like, instead of my 9 to 5, I actually think I'll be super happy in being like a soldier in a medieval fair. I think you really make people like think outside the box and think, wait, what would actually make me happy? What will be a life that I actually like? And why am I living this life that I'm living now? Is this really what I want? Is this lifestyle really what I want? Yes, I have a great job. I have the 9 to 5 in finances. Yes, I make good money. Yes, I have an apartment in the city. Yes, I have a partner that is quote unquote perfect by the books, but I don't have passion for my life. I don't love my partner. Like, I don't have that sprinkle and that passion and that sparkle. I have everything that I thought I wanted, but is it really what I wanted? Is this really what I want? And I think you change people's life in this way. I think you really show them that you have choice, you have free will. At the end of the day, it's you that is choosing to live your life. So choose according to what you're passionate about. And a lot of times, what we are told that we're supposed to do is not the way that really fulfills us. How you silently change people's life. File number 3. Yeah, I think you really shake their sense of stability, because I think a lot of people feel stable, insecure in the predefined life that they were given, right? They feel stable, insecure, and comfortable in the life that they were told they were supposed to do, like study hard, go to a good university, have a good job, get a partner, get married, have kids, and then that's it, right? And I think because you live such a unique life and you live an unconventional life and you're very happy in this life, I think you inspire people to question what they always thought, like their stability, because they're like, yes, I'm stable, I'm secure, but am I happy? Because a lot of times stability doesn't equal happiness. A lot of times what we know and what we are comfortable with does not make us happy, because in these people's lives and minds, stability is the predefined path of study hard, 9 to 5, get married, have kids, that's it, right? That's what's comfortable, that's what's stable, but that's not necessarily what lights up their passions. You feel me? That's not necessarily what lights up their fire. And I think people, after meeting you and like seeing you live your own life, your own unconventional life, a life that is so unique that nobody told you to live, and being so satisfied and happy in it, they're like, wait, you are onto something. I should think about what I actually want. And I think also you change people's life because you really inspire them to pursue a life that is maybe unconventional, but they are fulfilled by, and do it now. Like, they don't have to wait for this life. I think you light up a fire in people and they're like, yes, I'm going to quit my job tomorrow. I think people like after meeting you, they're like, yes, I'm gonna quit my job tomorrow. I'm gonna change my life completely tomorrow. That's it. I'm done. You are right. I should live like you. I should be like you. Like, I think you really inspire people to completely do a 180 in their life and completely change their life and think about their passions. Yeah, I think you really make people question logic almost because they're like, okay, what is logical for me is to, again, study hard, 9 to 5, get married, have kids. That is the logical thing that I'm supposed to do. And I think you make people question behind the logic, behind what they are told they are supposed to do. What are they passionate about, right? What do they really want to live? If they have anything, if they could be anyone, if they could do anything, what will they do, right? And I think you make people really question that within themselves. And you make them think beyond what they thought they could think. I think, again, they were very limited to this box of study hard, 9 to 5, marriage, kids, right? And they never allowed themselves to even dream about other possibilities, to even dream about a world where the inner child is fulfilled and they follow their passions and they do things that they are passionate about, right? They never even allow themselves time and space to wander and ponder. And I think you really send them to that space. I think people see you living an unconventional life, living a very happy life in it, super unconventional, right? Right? Super you, yourself, not following the rules of societies, doing you, being you, and being so happy in it. And the first thing that like people see you living your life and they're like, wow, they seem really happy. And they live such a unique life. So interesting. And they put themselves in your shoes and they're like, will I be happy living this life? And they're like, okay, maybe not exactly your life, but I'll be happy if I could do this or do that. And they start to dream. That's the thing. I think you make people envision, think outside the box, and dream for the first time in a long time. Like envision how they actually would enjoy their life. You give that sparkle to those people, and like when they start painting a picture of their mind of what they actually wanted to do and what they actually want their life to be or look like and live by, and they start to lose themselves in imagination. They feel this spark, this enthusiasm, and they're like, I'm gonna change my life tomorrow. They feel so inspired by you, and they feel so much fire from this, allowing themselves to dream and expand their vision for the first time in a long time. They feel like this rush of excitement, and basically they want to change their life tomorrow. They like want to quit their job, they want to divorce their partners, they want to go broke completely. I think you inspire people to completely say F it all and start new. I silently change people's lives, Pablo Freire. I think you inspire a lot of people to quit their jobs without you even realizing it. Yeah, of course, of course, of course. The death card, of course, of course. Yeah, you completely change people. Period. Like they are completely changed. I think you make people really come back to their inner child and to what they dreamed as a kid and what they wanted to do as a kid and what they envisioned as a kid, and you completely change their lives. Like their lives are really never the same, round number 3, because you are the one that inspire them to quit their jobs. You are the one that inspire them to live an unconventional life. Because of you, they made drastic decisions in their life, like dramatic decisions in their life. They completely let go. They said, F it. I don't want to live this conventional life anymore. I want to live a unique life. I want to live a life of my inner child. I want to be an artist. I want to be a painter. I want to live like a nomadic lifestyle. I don't care about this anymore. I just want to be free. Yes, I think you really inspire people to be free. And you completely change them. Like you're completely revolutionary in their lives, probably. You don't even realize this. You don't even notice. But I think, imagine, Pelfrey, if you start thinking about how many people have quit their jobs after talking with you, I think you'll start to realize, wait, Maybe, or they start like, or many people start to get into yoga, meditation because of you, like after speaking with you. I think you will start to see how big of an impact you actually have. How you silently change people's lives. File number three. Yes. I think, yeah, you make them really stop in their tracks, stop everything that they are doing. Like, stop the routine, stop the rat race, stop the hamster in the wheel. You make them stop. Imagine that these are people that are working really hard at their jobs and they're going up to the corporate ladder and they have all this strategy to be like the manager, the CEO, or CFO, blah, blah, next year. One conversation with you, and these, like, imagine these people have been working towards this for like years at this point. They've been working towards this corporate ladder lifestyle. They've been working for this position for years. One conversation with you, they stop everything. They leave everything behind. They're like, I quit this job. All that hard work that they put into this life that they were told they were supposed to live, all that hard work goes to wind, dust. One conversation with you. They stop everything, stop on their tracks, and are like, no, 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 wait. How do I want to live life? What am I doing? Why am I doing this? Is this what I really want? Do I really want to be a manager when in reality I just want to frolic in the forest? What am I doing? Yeah, I completely changed people's life. File number three. I think this group, file number three, you are the one that has the most power to literally, like, physically change people's lives, because people really, like, they change physically their life after meeting you. Like, one conversation with you, they quit their job. One conversation with you, they move countries, they move cities. You feel me? Like, it just takes one conversation with you for them to let go of like years of hard work in a certain situation or field that they are not really passionate about. I silently change people's lives. File number three. Yeah, the tower. Oh, hello, like, complete change. Like, one conversation with you, they quit their jobs. One conversation they with you, they break up or divorce their partners. One conversation with you, they let go of the lease on their apartment. One conversation with you, they sell their house, their car, to live like a nomadic lifestyle. It just takes one conversation. You are so powerful. File number three. And I think you don't even realize this, but I bet if you thought about it, how much people have drastically made, like, how much people have made drastic choices after talking with you. I think you'll start to realize, oh wait, I'm seeing a pattern here. Let me know down in the comments if you resonate with this reading. If you like this video, give it a like, and if you like this content, subscribe. I do have personal readings that are super affordable, and they're my first link in the description. Bye, bye, free.